Hi guys, good to be with you again. I'd like to ask you a question as we're facing the fall season shortly coming upon us, and as we get to the end of the year, you'll be looking forward to next year. Hopefully you're already making plans. I'm already thinking through plans for next year. So I have to ask you, in the light of that, as you get in the second half of the year and as you get to that third and fourth quarter of each year and you're looking forward to the next year, how does your future look? Does your future look brighter than your past? Does next year look brighter to you than this year? I know a lot of people who hope the future is better, but if you're hoping the future is better, it's a gamble. You know, you can make the future better. Now, there's a lot of variables, a lot of things beyond our control. If 2020 taught us anything, it taught us that. There's a lot of things beyond our control, but yet you could thrive when other people are taking a dive. Now, I don't mean that badly. I'm talking about diving in the sense of people emotionally responding or reacting to situations. People who think that their best days are behind them. And that's what happened to us in 2020. Many people were asking the question, what's the future? What's going on? What's happening to us? And the truth of the matter is, nobody had an answer for that. So that's not the way to approach it. We're actually asking the wrong question when that happens, because that calls for an emotional response. But you don't want an emotional response, you want an intelligent response. And that's how people can say their future is brighter than their past, because they assess where they are and they respond to it with wisdom gained from their experience. Their past is always used to catapult them into the future. So how do you look at the future? Is there a high probability of success, a high probability of failure? What are you looking at? Some people are looking to retire. Well, that doesn't mean the future isn't brighter. It just means they're shifting gears. You could probably do more good for more people in retirement than you ever did in your career, depending on who you are and where you are and what your options are. So what I want to ask you right now is, what is your view of your future? If it's not as bright as your past, then you're just growing old. But if it's brighter than your past, then you're growing more valuable. You're growing wiser. And that's what sets people apart. So we need to ask you, when it comes to 2021 and 2022, which year is going to be better? Well, we don't know what 2022 holds, you might ask, and that's true. But the fact is, you know what you have planned. And if you have plans for a brighter future, and if you are intentional with those plans, and if you're making them on the basis of tracking your progress from the past to the present and catapulting that, using it as a launching pad for your future, then I could say, though you may not know what's going to happen, but you can say with a high probability of accuracy that you'll be ready to respond whatever 2022 throws at you with a high probability of success. Why? Because you have the mindset that you're growing brighter and brighter. You know, if you look at a day when it's sunny and blue skies, if you get out early in the morning, you'll see the sunrise. And you'll watch that sun day in and day out rise until noonday, where it's at its highest peak before it starts reaching sunset. Well, you need to look at every single day like that there's a sunrise and a sunset, or it's a time to go to sleep, time to just scale down a little bit and get ready for a new day. And then you need to see Mondays getting ready for a new week. You need to see that every beginning of the month, the 1st, getting ready for a new month. No, the 30th or the 31st or the 28th or 29th if it's February. The last day of the month is when you get ready for the new month. Why? Because you spent half that month already preparing for the new month. Why? Because it's going to be a brighter month than the month before. So I need to ask you, is your future brighter than your past? Because that's how you stay forever young. Chronologically, you grow old. Understanding the wisdom of having to handle things when you're 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. It does get more challenging, but it doesn't mean it doesn't get brighter. It means you work smarter, not harder. You worked harder when you were younger. You work smarter when you get older. So I hope that helps you a little bit to track your future, working smarter and not harder, because I want you to understand, with the right mindset, your future is brighter than your past. Talk to you next time.